You're watching the Chiefs Report just minutes after the Chiefs get it done over the Browns 22-17 to advance to their third consecutive AFC Championship game, third straight at Arrowhead Stadium, as they will host the Buffalo Bills next weekend. Lots of reaction to get into after this one. Of course, Patrick Mahomes left with a concussion. We'll talk about that. But Chad Henne able to close the game out late. We'll talk about him as well. What is your one-word reaction to the Chiefs getting it done over the Browns? Henne? I don't know. What's your one-word reaction? Yes? I don't know what the one word is. Producer Sam and I were trying to come up with our one word. Just win. How about that? Win, win, win. The Chiefs got it done. Andy Reid got ballsy late, and it paid off. Give me your one-word reaction to the Chiefs getting it done over the Cleveland Browns. Now let's go ahead and talk about everything in relation to this game. Obviously, Mahomes, you got to start there because he did leave with a concussion. Left in the third quarter, kind of got whiplash thrown to the ground in the neck area by Mack Wilson there. Also was kind of banged out with a foot or toe injury, but he was playing through that and playing very, very well. Obviously, moving forward, the focus for today is that the Chiefs were able to win, but moving forward, his status for the AFC Championship game will be something to watch. So that's obviously a concern moving forward. But for today, obviously the Chiefs were able to get it done, but Mahomes exiting had us on pins and needles watching Chad Henne late in this one. But Patrick Mahomes played well enough early on to give the Chiefs enough of a cushion, not a concussion. He obviously got a concussion. 21 of 30. 255 yards, threw for a touchdown, ran for a touchdown. I thought the Chiefs' offense was really smooth, left some points out there, but other than that, played really well with Mahomes. I didn't see any rust, but then he exited with the injury, and then Chad Henne had to come into the game. But he played well. We'll track his injury throughout the week. This is obviously something to be somewhat concerned about heading into the AFC title game. So how worried are you about Patrick Mahomes' injury, his concussion? Scale it from 1 to 10. 1 being you're not worried at all, you fully expect him to play, and you don't think there's going to be any lingering problems. 10 being you're terrified. I'm at like a 7 or 8. I was at a 10 watching Chad Henne throw an interception in the end zone, but now that they've won this game, I feel okay about this overall. So I'm at about a 7. I'm still concerned, but I'm not super concerned as we sit right now. So scale it from 1 to 10. How worried are you about Patrick Mahomes' injury? Now, obviously, once he checked out of the game, Chad Henne became the man under center for Kansas City and actually ran the offense fairly well. 6 of 8, 66 yards, and an interception. But we were all in shambles when he threw that first interception on 1st and 25, just lofts it into the end zone, and it was picked off. And I was like, Browns may go win this game. It's 22-17, but the defense stepped up. We'll talk more about the D. And then how about Andy Reid trusting Chad Henne late in this game? 4th and inches at midfield, and he lets him throw it to Tyreek Hill to clinch the game. He had that ballsy run as well on 3rd and 14. Absolutely awesome to see the veteran ice this game away after throwing that terrible interception in the end zone. And good news on Mahomes, he was on Twitter, so he at least, he's not completely out of it with that concussion. He tweeted, anything is possible. Also had the Kevin Garnett gif where he says, anything is possible. We couldn't get that part on screen, but anything is possible. Supporting his backup quarterback, Chad Henne, able to close it out. The interception was ugly, but made some plays late, including with his legs, to ice this football game. Good for Chad Henne, who had never even attempted a pass in the postseason in his 13-year career before today. He played fairly well overall to ice this game. Can the Chiefs beat the Bills without Patrick Mahomes? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I know I was just lauding Chad Henne. I'm not super confident they can win if Mahomes can't go. Now, I do think Mahomes will be back. It's a good sign to see him on Twitter. Obviously, the next day or two will be critical to see if it's a major or a mild concussion, but let me know what you guys think. Can they win without Mahomes? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I'm probably going to type my in for no. I think they need number 15 out there if they're going to advance to a second straight Super Bowl. Now, we talk more about this offense here. Darrel Williams, I thought he ran with a purpose today. 13 carries, 78 yards. He was really good. 6 yards a touch there. He was critical to keep balance on the offense early. I wondered earlier this week if Clyde Edwards-Helaire couldn't play, if Williams would be the lead back. That proved to be the case. We didn't see much of Le'Veon Bell in this one. I love what I saw from Darrel Williams, some punishing runs. He was running over people. I thought it was really, really impressive. And I thought he was critical, especially once Mahomes checked out of the game, to at least give you some solid runs. Obviously, Cleveland was keying in on the run game at that point, but he was able to have enough strong ones late in the game to help ice this football game in a 22-17 win over the Cleveland Browns to advance to another AFC Championship game. So I thought Darrel Williams was key in this game, and I think even if Clyde Edwards-Helaire returns for the AFC title game, I think Darrel Williams has earned a spot in this running back rotation the rest of the way this year. So I hope he gets that opportunity. He was really good today. Get subscribed to the Chiefs Report. We crossed 12,000 subscribers during our live watch party. We greatly appreciate that. Let's keep the momentum rolling. 13,000 subs is our next milestone. Daily videos, we're going to be tracking all the injuries throughout this week, so hit that big red button and subscribe. You don't want to miss anything on your Chiefs. We're your #1 source of Chiefs information here on YouTube, so go ahead and subscribe today. It's 100% free. More on the offense, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. These two guys were absolutely fantastic as they both delivered in a major way. Tyreek Hill had the game-sealing catch from Chad Henne on 4th and inches. 8 catches, 110 yards, and a touchdown. The Cheetah was awesome in this one. Travis Kelce did what he does as well. 8 for 109 and a touchdown. Both these guys were really good for Kansas City in this football game. Almost identical stat lines from Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce as they combined for over 200 yards receiving on 16 catches. Good to see them deliver as they do on a weekly basis. Now, who was the Chiefs MVP today? That's a tough question. Is it Andy Reid for being ballsy late, putting the game away? Is it Mahomes for giving this team a big enough lead? Is it Hill and Kelce? I don't think you can pick one without the other. The defense made some big plays. Let me know who gets the game ball today. Who was the Chiefs MVP in their win over the Cleveland Browns? Go ahead and flood the comment section. Now, if you want to bet on the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, there's only one place to do it. That is BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Use that promo code Chiefs125 to get a 125% deposit bonus. I put down $100, got $125 for free before the season even started. I've been floating on that money all season long. Didn't make money today because I bet the over on the Chiefs-Browns game, but what are you going to do? Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. There's always that next bet. That's what I always say. That's what producer Sam always says. Use that promo code Chiefs125. Go ahead and make some money today. Let's talk about Bashaud Breeland, too. He left with an injury. He was being evaluated for concussion. Unclear if he what that final diagnosis was. I do believe he was diagnosed with a concussion. They're pretty thin at corner now. Rashad Fenton didn't play in this game. Charvarius Ward and L'Jarius Sneed were the only corners late in the game without Breeland, and Ward did not play that well, so obviously Breeland's status moving forward will be important. Hopefully Rashad Fenton can return next week as well, but he left late in this game with a head injury. Hopefully with him and Mahomes, they can return, get a couple of days off here and get ready to go for that AFC title game, but Bashaud Breeland did exit late in the game, and I think that may have been part of the decision why Andy Reid went for it on 4th down because his secondary was decimated. Didn't want to give Baker Mayfield another chance. Tyrann Mathieu was fantastic in this game, had 7 tackles, a TFL, had a pass breakup, and an interception as well. I thought his interception to open up the second half was going to be curtains. I thought the Chiefs were going to go down and punch that in. They were inside the 20, but offense stalled out. Butker missed the field goal, which, by the way, he missed an extra point and a field goal today. That certainly wasn't great, but I thought the defense played really solid. Baker Mayfield did some good things in this game, but overall, you will live with this stat line. 23 of 37, 204, a touchdown and a pick. He did have some drops, which were unfortunate for Cleveland, but I thought this Chiefs secondary and this Chiefs front four, led by Chris Jones and Frank Clark, actually played pretty darn well in this one. So I'm pretty pleased with how the defense played after really having a couple of weeks off here. Grade the Chiefs defense against the Browns. A, B, C, D, or F. How you guys feeling about the Chiefs defense today? I'm going to go B+, A-. Pretty solid, right? You held the Browns to 17 points. That was well below their season average, so I got to feel pretty good about that. I'll go A- for the Chiefs defense. Could have cleaned a couple of things up there, lost some coverages a couple of times, but pretty good overall. The run game didn't get going until the second half, which was a key to victory for me. So the Chiefs win 22-17, heading to the AFC Championship game. They will face the Buffalo Bills. Want to remind you guys to subscribe because we will have a full Chiefs versus Bills preview for you guys that'll go up on the channel early Monday morning. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Kansas City Chiefs Report after, hey, you get it done, right? It doesn't have to be pretty in the playoffs. 22-17, the Chiefs get it done over the Cleveland Browns in the AFC Divisional Round playoff game. So make sure you're subscribed. We'll have a full preview for you guys coming up early on Monday morning, and this will be a good one. These are the two best teams in the AFC, especially the second half of the year for the Bills. They kind of hit that midseason lull, but they've won a bunch of games in a row here. Their defense shut down Baltimore, so Chiefs better be ready to go when they face Buffalo here on this next Sunday on CBS, 6:40 p.m. kickoff time. We will be live for a watch party for that one, but full preview coming your way on Monday. And who you got? What's your early predictions here? Type BUF for Buffalo, type KC for the Kansas City Chiefs. Who do you got in this matchup coming up next weekend? AFC title game. Hopefully Patrick Mahomes will play. We will keep you guys covered on that as well. But get your votes in. Who you got? Type BUF for Buffalo or type KC for Kansas City.